Welcome to Everyday English Stories. Today's story is called The Umbrella. Listen and follow along. After the story, we will learn 6 useful words. Let's begin. It was a gray afternoon in late autumn. Nora had spent an hour at the town library, reading about gardens. When she looked up, it was already 4 o'clock. She put on her coat, grabbed her bag, and headed for the door. Outside, the sky had turned dark, and rain was pouring down. Luckily, Nora had brought her umbrella that morning. She opened it and stepped into the wet street. A few steps later, she noticed an old man standing under a thin tree. It was Mr. Bright, her next-door neighbor. He was trying to stay dry, but his coat was already soaked. "Mr. Bright, what happened to your umbrella?" she asked. "I left it at home," he said. "The rain caught me by surprise." "Come on, share mine," Nora said, holding it over both of them. They set off together down the street, walking slowly. As they walked, they chatted about the weather and the neighborhood. Nora realized they had lived side by side for years but had never really talked. Mr. Bright told her he had grown up in the town. He knew every old shop and every quiet corner. Before long, they reached his front door. "Thank you, Nora. You saved me from a nasty cold," he said with a smile. "Why don't you come in for a cup of tea?" he added. Nora didn't want to be rude, and honestly, the tea sounded lovely. His kitchen was warm and smelled of cinnamon. They sat down, and he poured 2 steaming cups. Mr. Bright shared funny stories from the town's past. Nora lost track of time as she listened. By the time she left, the rain had stopped. The gray afternoon had turned into something special. From that day on, the 2 neighbors became good friends. Sometimes a small kindness opens a door you never expected. Now let's learn 6 useful words from the story. To pour down. To rain very heavily. For example, the rain was pouring down. Soaked. Completely wet. For example, his coat was already soaked. To catch someone by surprise. To happen when a person does not expect it. For example, the rain caught me by surprise. To set off. To start a journey or begin walking somewhere. For example, they set off together down the street. To lose track of time. To not notice how much time is passing. For example, Nora lost track of time as she listened. Kindness. Kind, friendly and helpful behavior. For example, a small kindness opens a door you never expected. That's the end of today's story. Try listening again and read along to catch every word. We post new episodes every day, so please subscribe and practice with us. See you tomorrow.